Right. Bloody handbrake. This is the departure. We've done the necessary. It's Saturday morning. I've got the room, I think. Mirrors are wonderful things. Now we're going to dump the black, I think. You see, Jill's should have a red flag, really. Handbrakes. Grey water dropped off, black water dropped off. All done, we're away. What do you make of that as a site then? It's alright, love.
Lovely, very nice. Nice and quiet. Yeah, very relaxed, very laid back.
Definitely that.
Very aware of
the current situation.
The current situation.
Yes.
Yeah. Everything in place.
I'll get into second gate, did you look? Yeah, I know. Caution speed ramps, it says. There's a speed ramp. I think what we can do is we'll drive into Middleton Teesdale, Middleton in Teesdale, and then go around over the tops to get back. Then folks can see Middleton in Teesdale, of course.
You put the oil away, didn't you?
Yes, I've put everything away, darling. There is nothing out to go flying around. I think we'll probably get a bus down here. Which means, you know, a bigger motorhome. With slidey things coming out the sides.
Actually, once you've driven this road, it's not as narrow as you think it is.
No.
Because there's no overhanging trees, there's a gap between the road and the wall, a bit of a verge, not much of one in places,
No.
but there is one.
This is the bit.
Yeah, but it does slow you down though, doesn't it, before you get on?
Yes, but you can easily miss it.
Oh, yes, true.
Very easily miss it.
Yeah.
If you weren't cognizant of where you needed to be.
Yeah, you need to look for that sign up there on the left-hand side of the road.
Which is easily missed.
Yeah.
But yes,
But
the
its
kind of...
instructions do say...
Yes.
And Mrs. Satnav told us to go there as well.
She did. I was quite surprised by that.
Yeah.
So this road on the right's the road we came down. So we'll just follow it into Middleton in Teesdale itself. So when you came out on your walk, whereabouts did you come out in the middle?
Here.
Oh, here. Masterman Place.
Oh, there's the co-op.
There's the co-op there.
Yes, I see.
Thank you, kind sir. Yes, the co-op's there.
Yeah.
And along here, there's 3 or 4 nice cafes for sitting out in the sun when the sun allows. This one, Cafe Bar Bistro, I've used. There's one over there called Tea's Pot. It's nice.
Yeah.
Expensive, but nice. I say expensive. It's not biker price.
It's not cheap.
No. And there was one here. This one here. And there's a chippy.
Tourist information.
Yes.
Fish and chips there.
Right, let's try for Stanhope, shall we? We're heading now to Weardale. High Force would be up the other way. What it's been or not.
Accessibility unknown for a motorhome.
I know it. Just have to take it slow and canny. Right for Stanhope. And this is a lovely road. And for those of you who don't know this area at all, as a biker, I know these roads quite well, and they're twisty and they're turny, but you get to see some absolutely amazing views, which I hope we're going to be able to share with you. If you're at all nervous about a big vehicle, don't do it. If you are confident in your ability to drive carefully, then it's actually quite a passable road. It's not one you want to be doing a million miles an hour on, but then where is these days? But I don't hold any doubt at all that that Vandromeda will manage it. Now is this the 140 grade course or the 160? Might be 130. I think it's 140. And it'll manage this. There's a couple of tight spots where you're going to have to be careful. But aside from that, it's lovely, and you can already see the views over that way. Gorgeous, even on a not so brilliant morning. I'm going to leave the cameras running, and I'll edit the stuff later, so there'll be no see you later bits for the minute, because we're about to get into some stunning scenery. Well, we're in stunning scenery, we're not about to get into up there. Look at the crags, the moors, the hills. Probably see a lot of sports cars. We might see a few bikes, it being Saturday morning. Now I don't know for sure, but I would imagine there'll be 1 or 2 places where you could freedom camp, as it were, on this road. Fancy living in that?
It was done up a bit, yeah. Well, done up quite a lot.
Done up an awful lot, yes, but it would be glorious, wouldn't it? The views. Clouds with legs. Love this little bit. I don't know what it is about this, but this house over here, farm really, it just, I don't know, just sticks in my mind. Probably because it's huge, but you've got just, I think, a lovely place to be. It's Midland Farm, is that? There's one of the places I thought might be nice to stop. It looks as though somebody's had the same thought.
Yep.
Not level, but you know, nice little hairpin. And then we're going to hang a left to get to Stanhope. But if you followed the road straight on, it would get you down to Barnard Castle. If you could see your way clear to getting there. Junction, I've got to get good eyesight on it. It's difficult to see further that way when you're coming up towards it, but it's one of these ones that joins at a fairly acute angle, which means you're jumping between the window and your mirror to try and get a good panorama of what's going on. Oh yes, it spied in quite a while ago. I know you were on the side with the drop, but I'm not going to push you over it. Look at this. The only worrying part, of course, if you don't know the area, is these poles that are quite high with reflectors on. They're there to show you where the road is when it's 5 foot deep in snow. I would love to bring you back out here when it's 5 foot deep in snow, but I suspect that the distaff side, my darling wife, will say no, not in Vandromeda.
No.
No?
No.
Really?
No.
See, look, you can park up here.
Yeah.
And again. And I don't suppose you'd be bothered.
I suppose what we didn't tell folk is that we didn't stay for one night as we said we were going to.
No, we didn't.
We stayed for 2 nights because it was so nice. Nice and quiet. We did get quite a bit of rain yesterday, didn't we? But
Well, yes.
I managed a nice walk along the river in the opposite direction to where I'd gone the day before. So that was lovely. Very nice.
Yes, I had intended setting up the telescope because the skies were clear, but just prior to the time I would set the telescope up, the skies opened on Thursday night, and there was a deluge, and I thought, I don't trust you, I don't care what my apps have told me, I don't care what the weathermen have said, I don't trust it not to rain again, so it didn't come out.
And of course it didn't.
No, it was lovely.
The skies were clear.
The skies were clear through till about 5 o'clock, but by that time we had finished a bottle of gin and got started on another, so I thought better of it.
Yeah, it wasn't a full bottle.
No, it wasn't a full bottle.
No.
So we are about to leave Teesdale and enter Weardale, according to that brown sign. And again, there's a spot where get the telescope up here, it would be absolutely amazing. Look at those views. Look at that vista. Is that, or is that not, utterly bloody gorgeous? And it's not too difficult to drive. Quite easy, in fact. Whether the same will be said in January or February with the snow and ice on the ground, I don't know. Just take it nice and steady around here. Trying to choose the point at which I meet this vehicle on the corner, and it looks as though he's trying to choose the point at which we meet as well, so that's good. What a fabulous driver that man is. What was that?
There's a door. Can I go back?
Just hang on a minute, I'll find somewhere to stop. I know Bob and Poshcats Tour and various others have just done videos on their top 5 fails. I've got one top 1 fail at the minute, and that's the bloody door under the sink. The catches do not work. I can't really get in there. I can't really get in there. So the damn thing, if we don't remember to put the gaffer tape over it, just decides to open itself. I think there's a pull in round this corner, love, in which case we'll stop there. Now we can, and I completely forgot to put the gaffer tape on, so the damn door's swinging and bloody annoying thing. Fit and finish, Swift. Fit and finish. Check these things out. And dealers, when you're PDIing them, for God's sake, check everything, will you? It's not hard. If I knew how to alter the catch, I would do it, but I don't, so I can't.
Well, we tried, didn't we?
Tried, yes.
We did what we did with our catches of the kitchen doors, but that didn't work.
Doesn't seem to, because it's curved.
So, it's on the list. They have the list.
Right. This is the spot I was thinking of. It's quite alright, love. Well, that's the idea behind gaffer tape. I get low tack gaffer tape. Because low tack gaffer tape, when you're working in the sound profession, is what you want. Right. Nothing there, nothing there. Let's go. Oh, here's some brave lads. Or lasses. Or whatever. Wouldn't catch me doing it. Now we are about to come into an absolutely lovely little oasis of calm and tranquility at this time of the year. Not the right turn to Frosterley and Wolsingham, although it is nice over there, but this is an entirely different kettle of fish. Thankfully there's not much traffic about. This is the bit that you might find a bit awkward if you're not used to driving big vehicles and you're a bit scared of going round the tops, taking the outside line as it were. I see we've picked the follower up. Yeah, I'm just going to pull in here. I also think it's wise to do that and let the faster, more nimble traffic through. But this is the oasis I was on about, and it is lovely in the summer. It's a proper little sun trap. You don't get a lot of wind.
You do get a lot of people though.
You do get a lot of people when the weather's nice. I mean, the weather's not so nice today, and there's quite a few here. And you can't blame them because it is lovely. It'd be a lovely place to park up for a few hours, lunch stop, something like that. And there's plenty of places to do it as well, even for something as big as a 7.76 metre long van like this. Lovely place, really nice. Second is where I want this from you. I'm really surprised there hasn't been any bikes on it. They might all be at the cafe in Stanhope, yes. And again, as we crest the top of the fell, is it a fell?
Dale.
The dale? Well, the dale's the bottom bit. What's the top bit? Whatever. As we crest the top of whatever it is, I'm sure you're not allowed to call it a fell because that's for the lakes, and they want it only for the lakes. But look at this. How beautiful, how glorious is all of this. I mean, seriously, those of you that are from further afield, whether it be down south or up north, wherever it is you're from, I would thoroughly recommend Teesdale and Weardale. These roads, I mean, there's some lovely sites, campsites from what I can see. Certainly where we've stayed the last 2 nights down at Leekworth, beautiful, really nice. Stay there. Any of the sites around here, tour around these areas. The roads are nice, they're good. You know, if you've got your electric bike or your motorbike or even your little car on the back of your van, get in it and come and explore. What a lovely place it is. They've even got special roads for horse-drawn vehicles and animals. I don't know whether I count as an animal. I'm not a horse-drawn vehicle. Get ready. Excuse me. So yes, we shall continue the traverse down into Stanhope and then bid you farewell. Otherwise, this video is going to be weeks long. We can't be having that, can we? When we get down and approach Stanhope, then we'll give Mrs. Satnav the direction to take us home and see which way she's going to take us. I can pretty much guarantee it won't be through Dingley-Dell, which is a shame because there's some lovely places there to sit on a nice afternoon, drinking a nice milky coffee. Eating the perfectly formed ham, peas, pudding and beetroot sandwich. Of course we all like ham, peas, pudding and beetroot sandwiches, don't we?
Yes, of course
We do. I'm wondering about people that are watching this.
well.
Right.
Most of them won't try it.
Say that again?
Most of them probably have not tried it.
Probably not, no. Right, this is coming down into Stanhope, and coming out of Stanhope is going to be the trickiest part of the run, because it's a downhill.
There's a tractor coming
I
in.
can see it. I'm going to let him round. You've got to get your sweep right. Yeah, that's all right. I've got it. It's a double. So I'm taking my time. I'm just trying to make sure it was filming it. Keep to the outside of the bend as far as you can, and it's actually quite simple. And here's the bikes.
Two of them.
And this would be the beginnings of Stanhope, or Stanhope. There used to be a ford there. I don't know whether you can still use it as a ford. And again, a place where you can actually get parked up, as it would appear somebody has. That's why I didn't want to go to Middleton that way, because going uphill on that, it's lovely on the bike, but it's much easier coming down in the van than it would be going up. It's not hard, particularly.
I know we're getting quite good, aren't we? We've done that one, and we've done it's the one down to Pickering. I don't know what it's called, is it?
Sutton Bank.
Sutton Bank. Done that. Up and down.
Come on, lads. As a biker, and also now a motorhomer or a vanner, can I ask you, please, when you're out and about, if you see a group of lads together on bikes and you're going to let them pass, slow down enough to let them all pass as a group, please. The reason being, the lads at the back will always have difficulty catching up with the lads at the front. And the bloody signpostage here is just in the wrong place to see what's coming. So if you can arrange to let them all past in one lump, that would be brilliant. Now I could hang a left here and go up through Edmund Byers, but I don't think we will. We'll go through Woolers again. Scamps. I think it's a child nursery sort of thing. Child nursery. Come on, David. Like a nursery school thing. Yes, for children.
For gardens.
Durham Dale Centre is there. There's all sorts of stuff. And this is kind of the square, if you like. This is where the bikers you would normally see parked around here. There's a couple in. That's alright. There's a cafe here on the left. The Everyday Cafe, one of my favourite places. I can thoroughly recommend their coffee and cake. Lovely place. And this is Stanhope, which is a delightful little... Is it a town or a village?
Town.
Town.
And the Weardale Railway goes from here, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
A bit further on. I don't know much about it, but I know that in normal circumstances they do a lovely Christmas. No, what do you call it? What's the story? The boys go, don't they?
Yes, what's it called? The one on the train.
Yeah. And they act it out on the train. There's the Weardale Railway down there.
Yes. The Christmas, not the Christmas Express. The Polar Express.
Polar Express.
Polar Express.
Yeah.
One of the things about getting older. Fuel station there. And there's a caravan park down there somewhere, Heather View, but I don't know whether there's tourists get there. I think it's static mostly, because they sell them as holiday homes, don't you know? But anyway, there you go. We've done the road from Leekworth across to Stanhope, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, you know what to do. Thumbs ups, comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, because that would be marvellous. It would build my ego even more than it already is, and it might even tweak Jill's, because she hasn't got an ego like I've got. What do you love?
I hope not, no.
Nice. Yeah, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Don't know when it'll be, don't know where we'll be going, don't know what we'll be doing, but if you come along with us, that would be brilliant. Thank you for your company, and until we see you next time, enjoy the roads, enjoy the skies, but most of all, enjoy your lives. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.